Polkadot projects with massive growth potential. Kusama is the testnet for Polkadot. You can think of Kusama like the Spanish stallion, which is designed for speed and bold experimentation, while Polkadot is a gentler breed, which is more stable and conservative. Polkadot and Kusama are both general purpose blockchains, which is just a fancy way of saying you can build applications on top of them. Kusama is building out their ecosystem in part through parachain auctions, which started this summer, while Polkadot parachain auctions only began last month. Now, I'm new to Kusama, but I was interested in checking out its price performance over the last couple of years just to see how it might perform in the future. I see all the way back in December of 2019 that Kusama was trading as low as $1.20 per token. If you'd bought at the bottom and sold the top in March of this year, you would have 516x your money. Now, I'm not saying that you should aim to buy at the bottom and sell at the top, because that's about as difficult as winning the prestigious German Innovation Award, but there's a lot of room for 100x's and 200x's on the road to 516x. When looking at Kusama's price performance over the last 2 years, it's my thesis that projects launching on DOT and Kusama could have gains like this as well. However, I think Kusama still has a lot of upside in itself with only a $3 billion market cap. It wouldn't astonish me to see Kusama at some point trading between $4,000 and $6,000 a token. RMRK is the top metaverse token in the Polkadot ecosystem. They're helping to usher a new era of NFTs by allowing NFTs to equip their own NFTs. It's like those Russian dolls with NFTs within NFTs. Now, I don't think the metaverse bull run is over yet, so I'm expecting this one to continue with new price discovery. Throughout November and into this month, RMRK said, no way to No Nut November, and has been absolutely tearing up the market. It went from $13 when we initially covered it here, all the way up to over $66, and I personally traded this coin for a 326% locked-in profit. At a $500 million market cap, I think we still have some room to grow here, possibly competing in market cap with Decentraland. And if you'd like to be notified as soon as I buy projects like RMRK, just make sure you join my Patreon, linked in the description below. Not only will you find buy alerts, but we also do weekly streams with blockchain developers, daily signals, and have a very active investor community. Now, another method to make massive returns in the Polkadot ecosystem is through parachain auctions directly. So you can kind of think of a parachain like Polkadot's unique term for a blockchain within a blockchain. So both Polkadot and Kusama parachain auctions will end when the 100 slots have been totally filled. When a project wins a Polkadot or Kusama parachain, that means that they can start building on those respective chains. Many of the projects which launch on either Kusama or Polkadot have sister projects, so we can kind of see into the performance of the other project if it hasn't yet launched. So Moon River, which won a Kusama parachain auction this summer, was made by the same team behind Moonbeam, who just won the second Polkadot parachain. So we've talked about Moonbeam before, but Moon River is tradable right now. So one strategy I have for making gains in the Polkadot ecosystem is waiting for a big market pullback so I can get discounts on Kusama and Polkadot tokens who've already won parachains and are listed on exchanges. So I currently see Moon River is on sale from its all-time high of around $490. And it wouldn't surprise me to see Moon River eventually trading at around $2,500 a token if the popularity of Polkadot and Kusama continue to increase, especially given that they have one of the most die-hard communities in all of crypto and a very unique use case. Some even speculate that Moon River could be a top 10 token, which would leave room for a 40x if that were to happen. Now, one downside I see here is that Moonbeam could outperform Moon River, being that Moonbeam is launching on Polkadot and Moon River is launching on Kusama. But because they're built differently and designed for unique purposes, I think both will perform well, but all the tokens on this list are higher risk tokens. None of this is financial advice, entertainment purposes only. Then we have Parallel Finance, which is currently bidding on the Polkadot parachain race as well. Parallel Finance has a unique use case among other Polkadot tokens, and I could see getting in early here, yielding some pretty nice rewards. I think Parallel Finance is favored to win a parachain auction. Now, investing in parachains can be a really good investment, but just remember, this requires locking up your DOT tokens for 2 years if you want to get in early. But don't worry too much, because if you don't want to lock up your DOT, you can always buy Para or any other auction token on an exchange after that parachain launches. Clover Finance is a multi-chain compatible compatible layer 1 blockchain. That's a mouthful of words. It has a similar use case to Moonbeam in Moon River, except it focuses primarily on DeFi applications. So one of the significant features of Clover is their multi-chain collected wallet, which allows users to store tokens from various chains like Ethereum, Polkadot, and Polygon all in one single place. And this is absolutely needed. I can't wait for the day when we just have one single easy to use wallet. They're also building an app store for decentralized finance that allows users to browse various kinds of dApps, derivatives, and loans all deployed on Clover. Now, Clover Finance is still bidding for a parachain auction as well. So again, in order to participate here, you would have to lock up a minimum of 5 DOT tokens for 2 years, unless you want to wait for it to be listed on an exchange. I actually put in 5 DOT in this project myself, primarily because I use KuCoin for trading, and they allow you to invest in parachain auctions directly on their exchange under the Pool X tab. Now, I will have KuCoin linked in the description. If you use that link, you'll save some money on trading fees. Now, for alternatives, Binance also allows certain parachain auctions, and you can also participate directly from a DOT wallet. I'll have Binance linked in the description as well. Now, an important note here, each crowd loan auction has unique tokenomics. So for example, Clover Finance's reward pool for parachain auctions is 200 million tokens of their 1 billion supply, so 20% of the supply. And also 28% of the tokens is an immediate token release upon parachain launch, and then the remaining 72% of tokens is released over the following 23 months as a kind of drip. This means if you loan DOT to vote on this project, 28% of the tokens will be released shortly after the parachain is won, and the remaining will be monthly. If you're interested in checking out other parachain auctions, go to this page for more info. There you'll see additional information like project tokenomics and other options that you can potentially invest in. Now, Kilt was designed to be a remedy to a major problem that we all are familiar with. It's the collection and use of our precious data on the internet. When a centralized service like Facebook owns your data, they can just sell that data and earn income, which is how Mark Zuckerberg became so wealthy and basically bought an entire island in Hawaii. This data is why they can target insanely specific ads to your feed. And also, while my name is on screen, I need to address something. It's pronounced Maher. I realize I never say it, so it's constantly pronounced incorrectly. And Bill Maher, he's not doing me any favors either. It's Maher. Anyways, the Kilt protocol aims to return the control of data back to the hands of its users. Now, just yesterday, the most well-known Polkadot influencer, Donnie Baggs, dropped some teasers on Kilt. He said he couldn't give away any information about the name of the bank or what they paid for, but he said it's a big deal and we'll just have to wait and see if this pans out because I've been hurt before. You know, in Europe, data ownership is way different than you find in North America or Asia. They've had laws implemented for years that protect user privacy on the internet. Here in the US, we've just been freeballing our data for decades just for the Zuck to peek at. Kilt has already started running nodes on smart home meters in Germany.
Right now, no one knows this as well, but there are Kilt nodes running on smart meters in homes in Germany.
And it's a good medium to long-term hold in my opinion. This project hit the hype train big time after it launched on Kusama, and it was hit particularly hard in the last month with the crypto crash. So it may be a good time to give it a look. Of course, not financial advice. Manta Network is a plug-and-play privacy network bidding right now on Polkadot parachain auctions. Their tech is based on a state-of-the-art form of zero-knowledge cryptography. Now, the truth is, on-chain transactions aren't anonymous. This is a common misconception to newcomers in crypto. And this is also why CoffeeZilla is able to figure out that kids aren't really getting saved. And currently, most blockchains aren't focused on privacy. DeFi and NFTs seem to be the core focus of most developers in this industry. Now, Manta aims to be the privacy chain for networks without a privacy layer, so they don't have to have the hassle of building their own. And holders don't have to worry about getting into boating accidents to avoid certain things. Two of the biggest services of the Manta network are Manta Pay, where you can send crypto tokens privately, and Manta Dex, which allows users to swap tokens anonymously. I think there'll be continued demand for privacy in the crypto space as this industry grows, especially when crypto OnlyFans takes off. Now, jokes aside, imagine if anyone could just publicly view your credit and debit expenses and see exactly what you're buying. It'd probably bother you a little bit. Now, Manta Network is currently bidding for Polkadot parachains as well. Their sister network, Calamari, already won the Kusama parachain in the summer. Fala Network is a project that I mentioned on this channel before. Like Manta, Fala is a privacy chain as well. But why do we need Fala if Manta Network will likely also win a parachain? Fala and Manta have in fact partnered with each other and are networks that kind of complement each other rather than compete, according to the co-founder of Manta. Fala will provide functions like privacy swaps and privacy lending. I think Fala could bring a strong ROI if the bull run continues. Fala is currently tradable on a few exchanges, and I actually hold a very small position in it. A-Star is the sister network of Shiden, which just won the parachain auction on Kusama this summer. It's similar to Moonbeam in that they both bring Ethereum capability to Polkadot. But there are some key differences to distinguish here. Moonbeam is more focused on Ethereum virtual machine compatibility, whereas A-Star allows developers to build on the A-Star blockchain using a common programming language, WebAssembly. Now, I foresee A-Star being a viable investment in the Polkadot ecosystem. A-Star will soon be tradable as it also recently won a parachain auction. Now, I do want to give a piece of caution here. Be careful in investing in any projects right away upon exchange launch, because sometimes you'll see a large run-up in price correction in the very beginning. Not always, but sometimes you just got to be careful. Nothing will leave you with a bad taste in your mouth like buying a project on its way down, even if it's a good project. Another way to avoid this is by simply dollar cost averaging in. Instead of buying all in on day one, you could spread out your buys, spread out 10 buys over the course of a month, and then you'll smooth out some of that volatility. Now, next we have Akala and their extremely unique use case. It's been called the DeFi hub of Polkadot. Akala gives developers access to the best of Ethereum and full power of the Polkadot ecosystem. Imagine all of the dApps built on Ethereum like Curve, Aave, and SushiSwap, but combined into a single hub. This is what Akala aims to do. Akala is a layer 1 smart contract platform that's scalable, Ethereum compatible, and optimized for DeFi. Now, the team has built their own AMM exchange, decentralized stablecoin AUSD, liquid staking, and custom-built Ethereum compatibility machine. Now, liquid staking provides a viable alternative to self and exchange staking by allowing people to stake any amount of DOT without having to lock up their assets. And this is something that I've been thinking a lot about for a platform. I'm fascinated by making staking easier for the average investor, and I think it's possible to have some kind of liquidity pool to avoid staking lockups and just make it a little bit easier to use. So as you can see, I'm very bullish on Polkadot projects because they offer access to new tokens with exciting use cases and strong communities already baked in. It's kind of like the perfect formula. Now, one last reminder to join the Patreon community for the best darn deal on the internet for as little as $10 a month, and also check out my sponsor BlockFi, where you can earn yield on a variety of cryptos, including stablecoins. You can check out a crypto credit card that pays you cash back in Bitcoin, and you can receive up to $250 in free Bitcoin just by signing up and making a deposit. And I'd like to thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a profitable day.